But the other big political story today has been the DMK's shock to the UPA by announcing that it will withdraw support over the Sri Lanka issue. In a desperate attempt to placate the DMK, the government has decided to bring in a resolution in Parliament, which was one of Karunanidhi's key conditions for reconsidering his decision. The DMK's move came hours after a US draft resolution on Sri Lanka's human rights record was circulated among member countries of the Human Rights Council in Geneva. The resolution is watered down from an earlier draft because it only calls for a probe by Sri Lanka rather than an international investigation.
Dravidian மத்திய அமைச்சரவையில் இருந்தும் ஐக்கிய முற்போக்கு கூட்டணியில் இருந்தும் உடனடியாக விலகிக் கொள்வதென முடிவு செய்யப்பட்டு அறிவிக்கப்படுகிறது.
When the DMK Supremo finally pulled the rug, Congress ministers were a little surprised. After the meeting in Chennai yesterday, sources told NDTV the Congress believed they had time till the Congress core group met in Delhi to get back to their largest ally. But after many threats and hints, the DMK, sensing the popular sentiment, was in no mood to wait. With an eye firmly on the upcoming elections, the DMK wants amendments to the UNHCR resolution that would have stronger terms against Sri Lanka like genocide, a parliamentary resolution to denounce human rights violations in the island state.
DMK had no choice.
Why India is a silent spectator?
Soon after the announcement, celebrations outside the party headquarters in Chennai. The Congress-led government is safe but fragile. In the last year, it has lost two major allies and is now dependent on the two M's for support.
There was a meeting of the core group where the two suggestions made by the DMK were considered at great length. But let me assure everyone that the stability of the government and the continuance of the government are not an issue. The government is absolutely stable and enjoys the majority in the Lok Sabha.
The Congress is hoping for a reconciliation. It doesn't have much time to try and woo their southern ally back before the crucial vote in Geneva.
We are examining it, and if that resolution is not satisfactory, well, we will find ways which make it satisfactory. It should be satisfactory to India first.
While the negotiations continue, the MEA is working out a resolution which will be acceptable to the southern allies. But perhaps to make life a bit more difficult for the government, BJP has indicated it will not support any such resolution by Parliament, especially coming days after Pakistan's Afzal resolution. In New Delhi, Sunita Chaudhary for NDTV.
Well, at the heart of this entire controversy is that US draft resolution that was circulated late last night and early this morning. And this is the bit that has angered Karunanidhi and the DMK, because it says that while it notes that the UN High Commissioner's call for an independent and credible international investigation into alleged human rights violations, it then in the operative part calls upon the government of Sri Lanka to conduct an independent and credible investigation as opposed to an international probe, which is what the DMK is pressing the government to now change. The question though is, will a parliament resolution on Sri Lanka backfire on India? That's what we're asking tonight. Do tell us via our second screen application if you'd like us to ask any particular question to our panelists tonight. I spoke a little while earlier to Information and Broadcasting Minister Manish Tiwari on the government strategy. Manish, did the DMK's announcement come as a complete surprise this morning?
Well, obviously, if a principal ally, does decide to take a particular position, keeping in view their sensitivities, notwithstanding our best efforts to empathize with them and to explain things in a larger context, to a certain extent, I would be being extremely uncandid if I wouldn't confess that it does come as a bit of a surprise.